This week on CWN, our sports teams have been doing incredible.
And some of our students flew paper airplanes. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Aaron, and today is Saturday, September 10th, 2022. You are watching Calallen Wildcat News Weekly Review.
As usual, we have been very busy here at school. There's been a lot of labs conducted as well as other events such as our recent football game.
That football game in Flower Bluff was so much fun to go to, a lot of contention, a very good game. I'm super excited what our clubs have been doing so far.
Yeah, of course, I was really excited for our first away game. And our students and teachers have been very busy spreading awareness for a few topics this month, whether it be through t-shirts or just informing and educating others. The Top Cats are selling cancer awareness t-shirts. Emma spoke to Sakura for the rundown. Let's see what they have to say.
Hey Cats, I'm here with Sakura Hogan. So Sakura, I heard the Top Cats were selling some breast cancer awareness shirts. Can you please tell me more about that? Yeah, so we do sell breast cancer awareness shirts. It's a fundraiser we try and do every year. So the short sleeve dry fit shirts are $18 and the long sleeve dry fit shirts are $20. And so if you do get a flyer or order one, you can turn it into any Top Cat or the CHS front office. You can even order them online at our Facebook at Calallen Top Cats. Perfect, thank you. Back to the studio.
It is Suicide Prevention Month. Elias spoke to Mrs. Johnson to gain more insight on what all is Suicide Prevention Month and anything else you may need to know. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Elias Timms, and I'm here with Ms. Johnson. So, Ms. Johnson, September is the month for suicide awareness. Can you tell me some things you have planned for this month?
Yes. We want to recognize September as Suicide Awareness Month, and there are some things that have changed, and it's important for all you to know. There is, and we will be posting some of these signs around the school. 988 is now the national hotline for suicide. If you're anybody in a crisis, they can call or text 988, kind of like 911, but it's specifically for students that may be experiencing a crisis or thinking about suicide, not just students, but anybody. And then also on September the 9th is going to be the day that we really recognize suicide prevention awareness here at Calallen High School. We're going to be doing some activities during your lunch. We're also going to be handing out the Colton Promise, which is a promise about a young man for students to take home with their parents to discuss if they're ever having thoughts about suicide. And then everybody will get a suicide prevention awareness ribbon that signifies that we are here to support one another in any time they need help. And we'll be doing some other things throughout the month, but that's about it for now.
Thank you for your time, Ms. Johnson. And remember, if you ever need someone to talk to or you're feeling down, call 988. Back to the studio.
Suicide awareness is a very, very important topic. 988 is the number you need to call if you need someone to talk to or if you know someone who needs to be talked with.
Just remember you are not alone. And it is time for your weekly GP student reports.
You know, our booster club sent a gift basket to Brandon Redden, the GP quarterback who got hurt a couple weeks ago, and we get to hear from him today.
Oh, that's nice, and then let's check it out and see what GP has been up to this week.
Good morning, my name is Stephanie Vasquez, and here's the latest of what's been going on at GP. GP had their first pep rally Friday, September 2nd. It was our first full pep rally in 2 years.
It was a really nice feeling because for the past couple of years we've only been able to have one class at a time and most of it's been virtual, so having everybody in there and having it be super loud again was actually really cool. Just like the senior section was this pep rally, that's how we expect all of the classes to be at all of the pep rallies.
Our environmental science club is making plans for their first event of the year, a beach cleanup on the weekend of the 17th.
This club is a great way of making new friends and an even better way of improving our school. We meet every other Thursday.
Dr. Norris hosted this month's Coffee with the Principal. If you have any questions for the administration, you can join him at next month's meeting. And now, on to sports. GPTV streamed football versus Carroll last week and emerged victorious in this year's battle for the bridge.
It's a lot better than being 0-1 like we were. Our team has put in a lot of hard work and the team feels awesome. We want to keep pushing through, put in a lot of hard work, and we're on to the next game, and we're going to just keep on going at it.
Brandon Redden returned to campus after his injury in the first football game.
In the gift basket, it was a bunch of just candy, chips, stuff like that, just stuff to try to make me feel better. and it kind of just meant something to me because they personally sent it to me and to my address and to my family, and they had a note card in there just saying that what had happened was terrible and that they wouldn't have wished it upon anybody else and that they just feel for me and all that kind of stuff. And that really means something to me, just considering that they're our biggest rivals, and it just meant a lot.
That is all the Wildcat news we have this week. If you like what you saw, you can check out these 2 QR codes or the link below. Thanks for watching.
You know, GP just does an amazing job with those 2 minutes they have every week.
Yeah, I see their program really like working the way up.
Yes, it is. The forensics class worked on a poster board project last week where they discovered different types of forensic jobs. Let's take it to Emily, who caught up with Dr. Hodgkiss for more.
Good morning, Calallen. Today I'm here with Dr. Hodgkiss, our forensic science teacher. So, Dr. Hodgkiss, can you tell us a little bit about this project that y'all did?
Yes, we were just looking into different career paths in forensic science, from forensic pathologists to crime scene investigators, detectives, toxicology reports, serologists, all these different types of careers that were involved in forensic science and related to. So we just kind of did like a job wanted project to see what kind of jobs people might be interested in.
Today I'm here with Lily, one of our forensics students. So Lily, what did you do your project over?
I did my project over forensic odontologists.
What do odontologists do in the forensics field?
So they help identify unknown teeth marks in victims, and they actually solve a lot of crimes from that.
What's something interesting that you found out about this?
Something interesting that I found out about this was that they get paid like a lot of money to do this, and it's honestly like a really cool, interesting job to do. So I'm kind of leaning towards that, career path. It's pretty cool.
All right, that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Mrs. John's pre-AP chemistry class had a lab this week, which involved paper airplanes. Emily interviewed Miss Johns to gain more insight on the lab and what all they did. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Calallen. Today I'm here with Miss Johns, one of our chemistry teachers. So, Miss Johns, what's the lab y'all are doing right now?
Well, currently in our chemistry classes, we're studying matter. And, if you know anything, if you had chemistry with us before, you know that matter is everything. And so we're learning about physical and chemical changes. So what they're doing basically is they're going to make paper airplanes. And we're going to discuss how the paper changes and what kind of change that would be. And then we're going to burn paper. And we're going to look at what happens to paper when it burns. And they're going to make a decision. Have we changed the composition of the paper? What kind of change is that? So hopefully we'll know it'll be something where they can actually physically, tangibly see one change of each. And that's what we're going for today.
Emma, what did you learn from this chemistry lab?
I learned that the properties of paper change whenever you burn it. It goes like from a solid to a powdery, like ashy thing.
Did you find this lab fun?
I did personally because I'm a very hands-on person, and we got to see like the paper like physically like burn. So that was pretty cool.
All right, that's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Miss Johns has been pretty busy lately. She had ice cream lab on Thursday, and then she turned around and did a dry ice lab on Friday.
Morning, Calallen. I'm here with Ms. Johns to talk about the experiment she's doing in her class. Can you explain to us a little about what you're doing?
Well, we're making ice cream, who doesn't love ice cream? So what we're doing currently is they are mixing milk with some sugar and vanilla, which makes great vanilla ice cream. We're making it in a bag. You may have done that at home or made homemade ice cream, and we're using kind of the same process. They're putting ice with rock salt because rock salt will lower the freezing point, which makes the water extremely cold, which helps to freeze the milk. And actually what's happening, they got to know this, but don't tell them, shh, it's a secret. So what happens is when you have a phase change, is what we're learning about in matter, the heat from the milk, because it's a little bit warmer than the ice, everything likes to be at the same temperature. So what happens is the heat energy from the milk slides over into the cold water, and when it does that, it pulls energy out of the milk, and the milk becomes a frozen solid. So shh, don't tell anybody that's a secret. That's their test question, so they don't need to know that. Can we keep it quiet, shh, please? Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you, Ms. Johnson. That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Sounds really fun.
It was. I got to eat some ice cream. I let some kids try it.
And more about that dry ice lab, we're going to take it to Lily with Mrs. Johns.
And I'm here with Ms. Johns. So, Ms. Johns, I know you had a busy week starting off with the paper airplane lab and coming to the dry ice. Can you explain a little bit of this experiment with us?
Yeah, well, this whole week we've been doing the unit of matter and kind of learning how they change, and we've done some chemical things, some chemical reactions, and then we've done physical changes, which is what we're showing today. We're actually taking dry ice and we're showing the phase change of sublimation, and we're also going to show the phase change of the water vapor in the air when it deposits called deposition. It turns into smoke that you see is actually frozen water vapor that eventually then unfreezes. But we're kind of seeing that today. And my hope is to hopefully they can think through the process and understand the energy transfer. They're taking temperatures so they can see how the energy of the water went into the ice and all of those kind of things. Just wrapping all the things we've been learning in class up together in a hands-on, fun way is the idea. So let's go science, right?
That's all from us. Now back to the studio.
Mrs. Compton's engineering class conducted a lab over launching devices. Let's take it to Haley for more.
Hello, I'm Haley and I'm here today with Miss Compton's class. Now, Miss Compton, what did y'all do today in the library?
So today the students got to build a launching device.
And what exactly is that?
So they got limited materials and they had to come up with a design first. So they're following the engineering design process. They had to come up with an idea, brainstorming, and then they had to build from that idea and just using the materials that are provided, and they can't ask for more. So they have to have a plan.
Well, thank you so much for the interview. I wish you luck for the rest of the year.
Thanks.
Sakura caught up with Ms. Lines over the upcoming class officer elections. Let's see what information they have in store for us today.
Hey Cats, I'm here with Miss Lines. So Miss Lines, can you tell me about the class officer elections?
Yes, we are getting ready to start class officer elections. So starting today, if you're interested in running for a class officer, you can come by the library and pick up an application. Applications are due next Wednesday. Then you will record your little campaign speech to be shown on Calallen TV, and then we will have student voting and teacher recommendations. So if you have any questions, you're interested in the process, come by and see me. I can guide you through it. Otherwise, come by and pick up an application.
Thank you. Now back to the studio.
Our Calallen cheerleaders have been at steady work preparing for their competitions and practicing their choreography. Let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Sydney. I'm here with Haley Johnson, one of our varsity cheerleaders. Haley, I heard you guys had some UIL practices this last weekend. Can you tell me more about that?
So yes, we did have our choreography, which was a Saturday and Sunday kind of practice. We got to learn our entire routine, and from now on, we're just going to work on perfecting it and getting it as good as we can for competition.
When is y'all's first competition?
Our first competition is in November, and that is our regional competition, and then our second one is our state competition in January.
What are you most excited about UIL competitions this year?
So I'm excited for the energy being super alive and super fun, because when we're at competitions, the energy just is a lot more vibrant in a way, and I'm really excited for traveling.
Well, good luck to the cheerleaders. Thank you, Haley, and back to the studio.
The video you just saw was the cheerleaders from last week's pep rally. They're already doing amazing, and we can't wait to see what they're going to do next. Now we're going to send it off to Emma Poland, who interviewed Mr. Jones, the theater teacher, over the production, The Reluctant Dragon. Hey Cats, I'm here with Mr. Jones. So Mr. Jones, I heard the cast for The Reluctant Dragon came out. Can you tell me more about that?
Oh yeah, I did. So we had auditions last Wednesday and Thursday, got our whole cast and crew. We will be starting rehearsals next Monday at 4:30 p.m. after school. So I'm really excited. I know they're all really excited. They already thought rehearsals started yesterday. But we'll be starting rehearsals on Monday at 4:30.
Perfect, thank you. Back to the studio. Thank you, Emma. This is going to be the first production that Mr. Jones is going to have as a theater teacher in Calallen. So we're all very excited to see how it's going to go. I personally know the person who got the part as the Reluctant Dragon. I'm sure it's going to be an amazing play, and I'm sure everyone is going to love it and that it'll have a great success. Now we're going to send it off to Valissa, who interviewed Miss Sheet over SNHS and the Spanish Club.
Hi, I'm Valissa with Calallen TV, and today I'm interviewing Miss Sheet. What is the difference between SNHS and the Spanish Club?
That is a good question, because there are a lot of kids that are getting the two mixed up. SNHS is an honor society similar to National Honor Society. Later on in the year, you'll pick up a packet and it goes through the process very similar to the National Honor Society. Spanish Club is open to anybody who is currently in a Spanish class or has been in a Spanish class. You just need to come pick up an application, fill it out.
Can you tell us what is in store for the Spanish Club this year?
Sure. The first thing that we're going to do is participate in the Dia de los Muertos Festival, which is happening downtown Corpus Christi this year for Dia de los Muertos. But so far, I only have 2 applicants, and we need more than that so that we can get our altar together and get all that work done.
And in order to get more, why should people join the Spanish Club?
Okay, we're going to have lots of fun things this year. We are going to get together with SNHS later on in the year and work together, for example, doing the beach cleanup. But we also try to do community service and things in school and with the Hispanic community in the area, and we kind of become a close-knit family.
A club truly of community. Thank you so much, and back to the studio.
Thank you, Melissa. Now let's send it off to Monique with a rundown on sports.
Good morning, Wildcats. Last Friday, the Calallen Wildcat football team faced off against Mexico City and defeated them 41-6. We have the highlights from that game as well as interviews with some of the players. Let's take a look.
My name is Michaela and I'm here with Bryce. So Bryce, you got 2 touchdowns tonight. How do you feel about those?
I felt good. The line blocked and I just found holes to the end zone.
All right, and y'all got Flower Bluff next week. That's going to be a really big game. What do you think about that?
I think it'll be a good game. We're going to prepare all week and we're 2-0 right now, so it's looking good.
All right, cool. Thank you, guys. Nice game.
Going into week 3, we'll be playing Flower Bluff Hornets. They are an amazing team, and it's always tough competition, especially playing at the Hornets' Nest. And we will have more highlights and results for you next Saturday. Logan caught up with Coach Spencer about cross country's last meet. Let's see what they have to say.
Hello, Calallen TV. My name is Logan Barraza. I'm here with Coach Spencer's. Coach Spencer's, the female cross country team, they won, am I correct?
Yeah, correct. We got first place as a team at the Malachi Beach Invitational hosted by Flower Bluff High School. And then we also had the second place, third place, fourth place, and fifth place individuals.
And I also heard the male cross country team also won.
That is correct. They got first place as a team, so it was a clean sweep by both the boys and the girls. They also got first, second, and third place individual medals as well.
Well, that is great, Coach Spencer's. Back to the studio.
Congratulations to both teams. They won at Malachi Beach Invitational. Our athletes and teams did incredible, and I'm so excited to see what the teams would do this year. Good job, Cats. Volleyball had more games over the break. One of those games began a match against the Carroll Tigers, in which they came out on top with the win. Here's Coach Pettis with the rundown on the game. Let's take a look.
So I'm here with Coach Pettis, the varsity volleyball coach. So y'all had a tough loss on Friday against London. What did y'all do differently on Tuesday against the win against Carroll?
We definitely minimized our errors. We attacked the net more aggressively, terminating the ball.
So y'all's district is this week against Robstown, is that correct?
Yep, we start on Friday, so our varsity plays at 4:30, and then our sub-teams follow at 5:30, so I hope you guys can come out and watch us start our district season.
Now, thank you. Now back to the studio.
On Friday, volleyball had their first district match against the Robstown Cotton Pickers, and they came out with the win, all 3 teams. And we had a morning pep rally, which was really fun and exciting for every team to get recognized. Softball got a brand new scoreboard, and we got to talk to head coach, Coach Lentz, to hear her feelings on the new scoreboard.
Hi, I'm William from Calallen TV, and I'm here with Coach Lentz. So, Coach Lentz, please tell me about the new scoreboard you got for softball.
Yes, we just got a $40,000 scoreboard donated to us. It actually was donated to us last year, but with all the legalities and everything that go into, I guess, having a scoreboard with the hurricane, wind insurance, and things that they have to make sure are in place before they put it up. We weren't able to get it till now, but it's great because it's bringing a little bit more excitement to our field. And if you have a chance to stop by and take a look at it, I hope you do. It really does liven up the place a lot. So it makes us feel like we're at a real stadium, and it really just gives that nice softball game feel.
All right, thank you. Back to the station.
The new board looks very professional, and I'm so excited to see them play this year. Tennis has been smacking at the brim. They competed against West Oso and played stellar, firing on all cylinders.
I'm here with Morgan Garcia. Morgan Garcia, how did you do yesterday in your tennis tournament?
I did really good yesterday. I won 6-1, 6-0.
How many kills did you have in that last tournament?
2.
That's good, that's good. When is your next tournament?
It's this Saturday at 9 o'clock against Kingsville home.
Thank you. Back to the studio.
They look to continue their success into the rest of the district where they started off amazing. And that's the latest on Calallen Sports. Things are looking pretty good for our team, Aaron.
And thank you, Monique. And you are right. Volleyball with their big win over Carroll, and football over Mexico City, and tennis over West Oso. They're all doing so well.
That's right, Aaron. Now here's Candace with today's weather forecast. How's it looking outside, Candace?
Thank you, Anchors, and good morning, Wildcats. Today's weather is brought to you by Sonic America's Drive-In. Today's weather currently is 84 degrees with a 10% chance of rain, and the wind's blowing from the north at 3 miles per hour. As the day continues, the temperature is going to rise up to 87 degrees, get as high as 89 degrees, and then get low later on this afternoon at 84 degrees. And the percent chance of rain is going to stay fairly minimal compared to last weekend. We saw all those rain showers, and the winds are going to be blowing from the east at 6 miles per hour, and then pick up later on this afternoon. Looking on to Sunday, the temperature is going to rise up a little bit to 91 degrees. The chance of rain is going to go a little bit higher, up to 23%, and the wind's going to be blowing from the northeast at 10 miles per hour. That's all for the weather this weekend. Back to the Anchors.
Thank you, Candace.
Of course.
And that's all your announcements for today, but now it's time for your joke of the day. So guys, why do porcupines always win at sports?
I don't know, Aaron. Why?
They have the most points.
For all you social people out there, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CalallenTV for all the latest updates. Also, subscribe to us here on YouTube to catch all of our latest videos.
And as always,
stay classy, Calallen.